Thank you for selecting Most Loved Wrestling, the place where wrestling is most loved. Now I'm tired of this crap. Every week, Raw putting on banger after banger after banger. Unlike Sheamus's new music, making it a struggle for me to choose 5 MVPs. But I'm a warrior, and I'm a trooper, and I'm committed to this cause, so I found a way. But before I give it to you, give me a like on this video, subscribe to my bullshit, and hit the notification bell. It helps with the algorithm. So if you like what I'm doing and believe that the world deserves to bear witness, then this is how you can make it happen. Now this is a wrestling show, so it's only fair that we start with the wrestling. Bron Breakker knocks out Ilya Dragunov to become the #1 contender for the IC title at SummerSlam. Sonya rips the wings off of Lyra. Pete Dunne and Bronson Reed don't even get a chance to start their night before Sheamus ends it. Zelina Vega, with the assistance of KC2, Lyra, and the cast on her arm, picks up a victory over Zoe Stark, and Jey Uso and Sami Zayn pin the tag team champions in tag team competition. Priest and Gunther brawl in the arena and again out back after Gunther caused the entire Judgment Day street trash. Judgment Day have started a war with Jey Uso against Riri with the work Better Judgment. Now Sami is involved too. While hunting down Jey, Dom happened to find Liv, and Mommy was pissed. She dragged Dom down to the ring, called out Liv. Liv came out through the crowd, started spouting her delusions. But right now, Dirty Dom put his foot down and Liv Morgan is heartbroken. But now Mommy is happy, and Mommy is very, very affectionate. I would hate to be Buddy Murphy. Michael Cole is tripping. He called a powerbomb, a Michinoku driver. Punk is cleared, Drew is reinstated, McIntyre versus Punk is now made official for SummerSlam. And because of all the hazards the referees have been working under with Drew, the only solution is to insert Seth freaking Rollins as the special guest referee. Next week, all 3 men will be in the ring at the same time, while Seth Rollins gives his official referee instructions. Bron Breakker can't help himself. He just had to spear Sami again. And we've got 3 matches booked for next week. Woods goes 1-on-1 with Cross, a huge 6-woman tag. Sonya Deville and the gang versus KC2 and Lara Valkyria, and Finn Balor will go 1-on-1 with the King of the Ring, Gunther. My thoughts on the show: no talking from Damien was the right move, considering that Gunther brought Judgment Day into it by calling them street trash. And I am so sure that Finn Balor and Liv Morgan are working together. Between her chilling in the Judgment Day clubhouse, and them celebrating their tag team title victory with her, and now dodgily sending Dom in a direction only for Liv to be immediately right there. Come on now, foolishness. You know that they're working together. And don't think for a second that just because Dominic Mysterio cussed out Liv Morgan, that he's not going to fuck stuff up for Rhea. I think that this is just a rope-a-dope. But still, I would hate to be Buddy Murphy. Ilya Dragunov is so damn believable. I don't like the fact that he lost again, but there's no way he should have won this match. And at least he didn't get pinned. It's mad. It's like, I like the finish, but I didn't like it at the same time. Like, I'm grateful that Ilya was protected, but at the same time, he's a super tough guy. The idea of him being unable to continue is a little bit off for me, but that's just me nitpicking. I'll live. And as for SummerSlam, do not piss about this time. Bron wins, or I'ma kill somebody. Punk looks like he's in good shape. Seth being the ref is not a bad idea, though it does further null and void the Money in the Bank. But that's not the point here, because it does allow Drew McIntyre to beat CM Punk because of Seth Rollins. Seth told him, there is consequences for your actions, and I won't be allowing you to get your revenge on Drew McIntyre. This allows us to jump right back in to the Seth versus Punk beef, and it still leaves the war with Drew open-ended, so we can jump right back into that. I'm glad that Otis is not being forgotten about in this story, but I don't really know how they can get him to not look like a tertiary character in this angle. But fuck it. Being involved is better than not being involved. I am actually fucking with Sonya's new faction. They are winning consistently, apart from Zoe, and they've adopted a variation of the Shield's pose. I fucks with that. You can call it catting, but I just call it inspiration. Like our boy LA, he was inspired by the Dwayne and Cold Stone. And is it just me, or does it feel like Zelina's doing more without Ray than with him? Crazy, huh? And I'm thinking that both sides of the Bloodline Civil War will be walking around with tag team gold. Now time for the MVPs. In 5th place, I'm going with Bron Breakker. He knocked out Umbaziga. He has to be on it. And I said it before, I'll say it again. He recovered from the Money in the Bank so well. It's honestly like it never happened. And spearing Sami out his boots to close the show. Message loud and clear. On 4th place, I'm going with Gunther. He stood on business and didn't do none of that weak sauce stuff when people read stuff online, then go back. People were saying that he was being racist last week, which is dumb by the way. He was offensive, yes, but racist? No. Words do matter, but comprehension, that matters way more. That what you saw last week was classism, not racism. But either way, he stood on what he said, garnering extra heel heat, and then him talking crazy about the Judgment Day and getting into a fight with Damian Priest. Good shit. In 3rd place, Liv Morgan. Liv continues to be delusional, but I did feel bad for her, even though I know I shouldn't. She's home wrecking. She even managed to cut Rhea with her words. Not anger her, because that's easy. She hurt her. She said guys like Dom don't want girls that look like you, they want girls that look like me. I have a question for the men of culture And girls that like girls, that's something that recently come up in my comments. Rhea or Liv? But back on topic, she has played her role to perfection. And quite honestly, she has been on a legendary run. The people won't forget this shit. In second place, I'm going with Seth Rollins. He is a visionary, he is a revolutionary, and he is a special guest referee at SummerSlam. Let me ask you a question. How'd you make the biggest match since WrestleMania 40 even bigger? Make Seth the ref, and that rhymes. But do you see the trend on how important and reliable Seth is? We don't appreciate that nigga enough. Add him to WrestleMania 40's main story, he makes it interesting. People scratching their head and rubbing their chin wondering, will he turn on Cody? Insert him into one of the main stories of SummerSlam. People scratching their head and rubbing their chin, wondering how is he gonna screw CM Punk? And really and truly, even Drew can get hit because he ain't fucking with neither of them. And our MVPs of the show in first place, I'm going with the entire Judgment Day. As a collective, I'm putting them here today because anyone that has watched me consistently, they know that I do not pet to separate the MVP away from their faction if that's what needs to be done. But they all mashed works last night. Damian Priest, he had no words for Gunther. He went right out there and he boxed him in his mouth. And that's how you do it. The rest of them boys searching for Jay. Dom's dealings with Liv. Rhea calling out Liv. Dom putting Liv in her place, getting himself back into Mummy's good books. And the visual of Rhea's affection for him doing that. Come on, they was busy the whole night. Not like that. Boy, I'm telling you, man. I would hate to be Buddy Murphy. Now I'm uncomfortable just leaving it there. So I'm going to drop a few names of people who contributed heavily to the show. The White Six, Chad and the Creeds, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Sonya's faction. That was good shit from all of you, but unfortunately, I can only choose 5 MVPs. But that's all I got for you today. Thank you for listening to my bullshit. Don't forget to leave a like. Remember to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.